Okay, Unconventional Wisdom, CSE Investment Show podcast. And here we are again, 10 o'clock a.m., Thursday morning, Central Time. And we want to welcome everybody. We appreciate you being here. We've got our regular gang here. The only one we're missing today is Dirk, who's not going to be with us today, but we have Randy. He's on there. And we have Cezanne and Joni. Keith's up there. And myself, and of course, Mark's our engineer's on there, but he's just always a blob on the screen. So anyhow, we had a great, Randy and Mark and I were out in California, Manhattan Beach, for our 2-day what we call seminar this last weekend. And we had a great time, great crowd online. And really saw some people we hadn't seen for a long time. And just really had a good time. We always come back on Mondays now instead of trying to leave Sunday afternoon. So we can hang around and visit with people. It used to be difficult because people wanted to hang around and visit, and we wouldn't need to get to the airplane, pack up all that stuff that we carry. And so it was worked out real nice. That's about the 34th time we've done that. We did up in Boston and elsewhere. We're going to go right to our guest today. In fact, we have 2 guests on here today. And so I'm not going to banter around a whole lot. Just go right to our guest. Oh, one quick thing. Cezanne Sam sent me an email and said that the co-founder of Snapchat, Bobby Murphy, is only 28.
28. Well, see, for Joni and I, 28 may as well be like 18, 17.
Yeah. 28.
That's right, yeah.
So, yeah. So, Joni, has Snapchat had a trade yet?
I have not seen a trade yet. We've been watching it all morning. Randy, what do you think about Snapchat?
Well, that's because Snapchat, you know, as soon as a trade shows up, it disappears. So trades are going all over the place. Millions of shares have been traded already, but they just disappear as soon as they show up.
That's right.
That is awesome.
Randy, that is so funny and clever. I can't believe you came up with that by yourself.
Yeah, you know, it just pops in my head.
That's so funny. Somebody's going to use that because that is so
there
clever.
He goes again. Joni, he's doing it again. That was my joke. He was listening to all of it, didn't he?
I think Randy may have had a heads up on that joke.
I think he did too. I think he did too.
It was so good. We had to share it.
On the Snapchat, I can't even say it consistently right. The Snapchat. I downloaded it. I have no earthly idea how to use it, so I text Cezanne's oldest daughter, Gail. Told her I was coming up this weekend, and she guaranteed me that she could teach me how to do it. So we'll see.
All right, good.
Now, she's never, ever taught me a single thing in her entire life, right? that was correct. So this is going to be a real challenge for her. Anyway. Let's get to our first guest. His name's Scott. He's out in California. Scott's been with us some time. Scott, are you there?
Yes. How you doing?
Fine, just fine. Scott attended our seminar this weekend online. So, and of course, he knew that Randy had muffed the operation of the computers on Sunday. It took us a little while to get started because his computer blew up, and we had to switch from a Windows unit to a Apple unit, which is always a challenge in the middle of a seminar. But it worked out just fine. So Scott, how long you been with us? How'd you get hooked up with us, and what kind of CSE techniques are you using?
Well, here's a situation which is kind of interesting. I got involved probably about 5 years ago. Went to one of your seminars, read your book, you know, that type of thing. And I'd been focused on waiting till I retired that I would start the process. So what happened is I retired January 17th of this year. And so I had never really done any trading or anything like that. So what I did was I wanted to, after I retired, start getting back involved again. So that's what I did. I signed up. I was going to actually go to the seminar, but I pilot ships. Also, what I used to do as far as retirement, but I'm doing some contract work. So I was on a ship, so I wasn't able to make it. So I, you know, got on the computer and basically watched the seminar that way.
Well, neat. So which techniques are you starting to use?
Well, basically, I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't started. I mean, I just retired, and I haven't really, you know, I just kind of getting my with Trade Monster, getting that all set up, getting my retirement money set up. And then this is the process this week is what I was going to do is get started.
Well, great. Well, when you start, use the virtual trading, because
Yes,
even though
that's correct. Yes.
you've been around long enough, you've had the seminars, you kind of know the verbiage and the words we use, the things we do. But if you use that virtual trading, you'll probably ramp up on that real fast, probably after a month or two, and then you'll be probably fantastic. And then you start doing it with your own money. Well, that's really great. What when you retired, what kind of or you told me you were in the ship piloting business, right?
Pilot. That's correct. With Chevron, that's correct.
Is that when they come into the beach? What's that?
Well, actually, we're right around the corner from Los Angeles Harbor. We're at El Segundo. Like when you fly out of LAX, if you look off to the left, going towards the water, there are ships out there. There's 2 horseshoe white buoys, and I basically park the ships out on those offshore moorings. And then I worked for Chevron for like over 37 years.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's a long time ago, back in Hawaii. We had a gentleman at a seminar we were doing out there at the time, and he was I don't know how old he was at that time. It's been probably 9 or 10 years ago, but he had gone to Hawaii with his parents, and he loved to surf. He was only like 18, and they got ready to go. He wouldn't leave, and they said, well, they're not going to support him, so he just lived on the beach and became a beach person, and collected shells and sold shells and stuff. And after several years, he somehow got into a training program to become a pilot like that. And by the time we knew him and he was used our techniques, he was already been a boat pilot for a long time. But that's interesting that to meet somebody else that was in that same business. You don't meet very many people that've been ship pilots. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an industry that a lot of people don't even know about or how to get in. So yeah, it's a very small, elite group of people. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. What do you think you're going to start off just based on generally what you know? You're going to start off with traditional covered calls, or that probably not?
No. My game plan is, because I've listened to every time I've heard on a seminar or anything like that is, follow the rules. Just follow the rules, and that's what I'll do. I'll basically do virtual trading when it basically looks good that I'm, understand what's going on, because I know your learning curve, as soon as you start doing that, just goes way up because you start using the techniques. And, one of the things that, you basically hear all the time is somebody gets, stock goes down, and then people say, oh my God, you've lost all this money, continuing for calls, using the defensive, techniques. And, it's new familiarization, to get those, the verbiage, understanding them, but just follow that, and be disciplined about it.
Yeah. It's just almost impossible to lose money because all stocks go up and down. And our whole technique is designed to produce cash on those stocks. And to produce cash paid for the stock, not what the current value is, the higher of what you paid for it, or the current value if the current value is higher. And so many people, the way they do accounting on your statement when you're doing traditional covered calls, if you buy a stock for $50, it shows up for $50 on your statement, right? If you sell a call for $5, they put that on there and reduce it and it makes it look like your stock's gone down to $45, when in essence it has not. But also then you don't pay taxes on that either. So that's the good side of that. Well, if you're going to be doing traditional covered calls, you're probably going to be heading toward listening to Randy and following his stuff. Randy, you got any words of wisdom for Scott there?
Oh, that's it. Follow the rules. Of course, there's returning to the seminar, because you pay for the seminar one time, you get to return as often as you like. So you're going to continue learning the techniques better and better. And then, of course, we have the Thursday night cover call coaching sessions.
Tuesday night.
Well, Tuesday night's the free webinar.
I'm sorry.
Thursday night is the additional coaching sessions that you can learn quicker. If you decide that you want to jump in a little bit faster, you can get a lot more coaching and learn on a weekly basis instead of just waiting for the seminar. So lots of good things that we have all in store, and look forward to seeing you at the seminars again.
Well, even on Tuesday, he could drop by Tuesday night.
What?
He had a question too.
Yeah, I was just going to say it was interesting in the presentation because this is I think the second one that I heard. The first one was when Aaron was there. But no, I was just impressed the way that you handled stuff, talked about things, because it's a subject matter, a new language for a lot of people. And I think you were able to explain it in a way that people can understand it. Sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming if you're not familiar with everything and you realize, you got to continue to study and do that type of stuff and work on the techniques. But I thought the presentation online and everything was very good.
Well, we appreciate that. One of the reasons you're going to do good in this, when the profession that you were in for so long, I mean, I can't think of anything that's sort of like an airline pilot. You got so many rules, and you got to stick by those rules when you're piloting those great big ships. And so you're used to sticking with rules and following rules. It's many times people are totally, just oblivious to the fact they have to follow rules. And
right.
So that's going to be good from your standpoint. Well, we found out that airline pilots, of course, we've had very few ship pilots, but airline pilots typically do pretty good just because of that. Plus it helps to do them when you're flying in the cockpit with a stewardess on your knee. And,
right.
Motivate you to do them better. So, So anyhow, well, okay. Well, thank you very, very much for being on the show. And anytime we can help you, just give me a call or email me, because it doesn't cost anything. And so we're with you all the way, and we'll keep up to date and have you back on here every so often to see how things are going. And look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Next time we're out there in California, make sure that you come in person. Because how far is Long Beach from Manhattan Beach?
Down the road.
It's only like 25 minutes. It's not very far at all. And, no, I'm very familiar with that area and stuff like that. So, no, I definitely will. I was sorry I couldn't physically be there, but I had gotten some contract work in the harbor. So,
yeah,
I was on the ship which tied alongside the dock when I was watching the seminar. Okay, fantastic. Well, anytime we can help you, let us know. Thanks, Scott. Okay, thank you so much, both Randy and Joe. Thank you.
Welcome. Yep. Take care. Hey, Joe, you mentioned the Tuesday night, the free introductory webinar that we teach. And people can go online at www.compoundstockearnings.com and register for that. And it's free, doesn't cost anything, don't have to put all kinds of information in. But there, I actually go through the technique, compound stock earnings selection, qualification, and implementation of a covered call right there online using our tools in our toolbox. In addition, I go through one of our management techniques called the TSS. And you mentioned you're waiting for Apple. Oh, TSS Apple right now, it looks like it's going down. But TSS is what allows generation of income when the stock goes down. So whether stocks go up or down, we can generate income on them. And that's a free webinar every Tuesday night. It lasts about 2 hours. And even people that have been there, they can come on and ask questions, and I'll go through their questions as well. They can see your charts and everything, and they hear other people talking, and people hear them. So it's really, I mean, even when you experience it, we call it an introductory seminar, it's just fantastic.
Hey, Matt, this is Marcus. How are you?
So, who's that, Mark?
So I'm going to go ahead and
Marcus, you're on.
Oh, I am? Can you hear Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Matt has joined the call.
Hey, Matt. Matt, are you there?
Well, we're here, Marcus.
Let me push a few buttons and you'll be able to get Matt. So give me 1 second.
Okay. It's pretty good. We have a twofer today. Two people calling in.
We always brag on everybody. We very seldom brag on Marcus. So this weekend, Randy and I bragged on Marcus. Marcus has been with us over 10 years. Marcus, by training, is a ballet dancer. This means his feet are probably all screwed up.
That's right. So I'm back in here. I'm going to see if Matt is on. Matt, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Joe, here you go. You got Matt.
Okay, Matt, we'll be right with you. So besides Marcus being a ballet dancer, retired ballet dancer, he has a band, two bands, or one band, but he also plays vintage baseball, right?
Yeah, vintage baseball. That's right.
And in vintage baseball, they dress up like they did back when they played played baseball in those days, and then they go by those rules.
That's right.
That's right. So he's quite a interesting fellow. He's got a great family, like his wife, like his kids, except for one of them.
That's funny.
They're good, yeah. So thank you, Marks, for being with us all this time.
Hey, no problem, Joe.
One other thing, too, we bragged on her out at the seminar. Her name's Pat. She wanted me to use her last name because she's kind of related to famous showbiz people out there. Or the sports world. But she has been with us 10 years. Now, this is the lady, when we go out there, maybe we only go out there a few times a year. But she's the one that's always there, and it's been over 10 years. So, Pat, I know you're not listening to this, but, you're pretty neat, too. So, okay, Matt, let's talk. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Fine. Been trying to get you on here a long time.
Yeah, I just want to get my confidence level up.
Well, you certainly have your confidence level up in the trade you're doing. Kind of tell us how you got hooked up with us and how long it's been.
Sure. Actually, I used to host a radio show for my mortgage business. I was always in tune to the radio, and I heard one of your advertisements on the radio. So I started listening, bookmark your website, and I probably listened to about 100 shows on the archive. So I got a good feel for what you guys did, and then started kind of researching the website and kind of made a commitment that I'd get started sooner than later, and actually signed up for, I just checked with Kathy, I signed up for the last December 3rd, 4th covered call that I attended from my home and watched the whole webinar. It's fantastic.
Well, fantastic. Well, great. Which techniques are you mainly using? Because you're doing fantastic.
Right now, the covered calls. I've done the covered call training, the advanced charting, and then trade the moment. I wanted to be a stockbroker when I started in business 30 plus years ago, but got in the mortgage business and it turned out great. So I want to master that first. Getting in is easy. The management part is where I need to just work on practice and just become an expert at it. So the whole process has been very engaging and having fun and learning a lot.
Well, do you have any questions of Cezanne, Joni, or Randy, or Keith, or anything? Any specific question they could help you out on?
I've got a zillion questions, Joe.
Well, ask. That's
I kind of found, what I have learned is through the training, my accounts with TD Ameritrade, which has been great, but I did sign up with Options House. It's been a great educational tool. I do the Thursday night calls with Randy. Those are great to just, I realized, God, I've learned a lot, but the more I know, I realize I don't know a whole lot. So the education process for me, I've learned that, just keep after it, keep on doing it. I like the live ammo. I like real bullets. I like to trade live. That seems to sharpen my learning skills. But with the Options House, the virtual trading, that'll help out on the trade the moment. That or I need more practice. I'll attend the webinars again. So just really, ramping up the knowledge on a continual basis.
Well, I think yes, Cezanne. Do y'all have any suggestions or any things you want to tell Matt about? You might tell him Cezanne had good returns yesterday and Joni had great returns today. Y'all might kind of tell him and kind of ease his confidence because y'all move so fast. Like I was convinced Cezanne's trade yesterday, which made over 10%, was only 2 or 3 seconds long. I'm still convinced of that. So what do you girls have to say to Matt? Cezanne, you got to cut your mic on.
Hey,
Joni's muted.
I was muted as well. I'm back. Hi, Matt. Our biggest recommendation would definitely be to virtual trade, as if you were trading real money. Setting up your virtual trading account with the amount that's in your real trading account. And for our type of trade, attending and re-attending the webinars that we present every week, because there's a lot of subtleties to our trade that don't present themselves every day in the market. What did we call it today, Joni? A super subtlety?
Yes, I don't think a significant subtlety is what you said.
Subtlety. Yeah, it's an oxymoron. But yesterday's trade, I think, was around 9.7% for Apple. Today we didn't have a trade. We prepped, but then the tick moved in direction of our trade too fast, so we actually were not able to get in. Joni had an IWM trade today, but that's the nature of our type of trade, is we can trade it every day, several days, and so it's good in and out, and you don't have to be watching the market.
Okay, Cezanne.
Even though we do still watch it sometimes.
Cezanne, what have you returned since last week? We're going to keep total this time. I heard you asking, to get those figures.
No, I think I only got one. I think I've only had one trade this week, and that was the 9%. I may have had one Monday, but I didn't write it down. Joni writes all of hers down. She's better.
Well, she even prints them off. So, Joni?
Well, IWM trade, there's only one this week, and it was this morning. It was 3.4%. Happened really quickly, but I did print off. And so, Matt, you'll find this interesting. We have a long-time trader that's been with us for a while, and he sends us his trade reports every week. And I printed these trades off. Not that I'm going to read all of them, but these are real trades in real accounts. And I'm going to say the percentage, and you're not going to believe it, but it's true. This client, John, has had several trades. He does Trade the Moment, and he also does momentum trades. And Trade the Moment, he had 3 trades this week. In the last week, he also had 2 trades momentum-wise for a total, Randy, this is going to shock you, 89% in the last week. So I know that sounds unbelievable, but these are people that started off virtually. They learned the system. They attended our webinars. They attend Randy's advanced charting. It is a real possibility to have that kind of success. John is one of them, and we just got those returns today. So I wanted to make sure that we pointed that out.
Well, Keith, those are fantastic returns. Keith and his techniques up there, though, Keith, what are your returns so far this year? Well, we're only talking 2 months. So,
had a bad one this week, but I'm still up about 15-16% for the year so far, and even with the bad one this week.
What last year ended up?
430%. No, is because if I include the CMIX, it was probably about 470%.
Yeah. And Matt, you say, "Oh gosh, that's not possible." But we actually see Keith's actual brokerage statements, and yes, it is. He's made close to 1,000% several years ago. So you can do all kinds of stuff.
I'm a believer in one of the emails you and I went back and forth. I like the idea that you said diversify, not just if you're doing covered calls and you're doing Trade the Moment. And I haven't done the momentum trade seminar or the credit spread, but I do like the idea of having multiple platforms that's being applied and making money here, making money there. So,
it's just
like I said, the virtual trading, I will definitely do that on the Trade the Moment. That's where I need more experience. You did a great job on the seminar. I'll attend again and again, and hopefully get a comfort level and a success level, and do that on an ongoing basis. Right now, full-time worker, don't have the time all day to be on the computer, but I can take some snippets of time and watch the market in that regard.
Well, you're going to do extremely well, and we really, really appreciate you being on here today. And anytime you need any information about anything, you can always call in on this show. You don't have to prearrange. You can just do it. Or if you'll send us an email during the show, then we will address it. Whatever technique you're using, then that person will address that question. And if we're not on, send in the email anyhow. We will address it, and then we'll talk about it on the show. You don't have to be here if you don't want to, but we can talk about it on the show. So just anytime you need any help whatsoever, we really appreciate you being here today.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Joe, and great job this past weekend, you and Randy. And thanks, Randy, for the education. The Thursday calls. Looking forward to it tonight. And Cezanne and Joni, thank you, and continued success.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay.
All right. Take care. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
2 great guests. That's good. And so the week's almost over. I know I'm going up to visit Cezanne and her family tomorrow. Going to freeze to death. Cezanne, it's going to be warmer tomorrow. Your mic's off. Your mic's off, Cezanne.
I know. I just turned it back on. I don't know. I can't predict it with the weather anymore. I've lost it. Actually, I think it's supposed to warm up a little bit.
It's about almost 70 today. It's been almost 90 for a couple of days. And of course, Randy always has good weather out there.
Yep, we're supposed to be 80 this weekend, so.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just come see you, Randy, if we could say that.
Yeah, there you go. Got an extra room.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Right.
we appreciate you guys being here today. Appreciate Joni and Cezanne and Keith, Randy, myself. I always love myself on here. poor, I say, excuse me. Dirk couldn't be here, but he'll be with us again later on. So, anybody have any last words? Okay,
Sign us for. Go to www.compoundstockearnings.com. Also, Joe, the cow report, they can sign up for the cow report.
Cow report, which comes out tomorrow. It's dated every Saturday. You can go to our website, compoundstockearnings.com. Sign up for the cow report. It's free. It's been being published now for 15 years, and it consists of real simple stuff. All the emails people send us, their last names are withheld. If they say don't put it in the cow report, we don't. But all their emails, plus when they ask questions, all the answers from Randy, Cezanne, and Joni, Keith, everybody, and myself included. And it's just, you see what's going on at CSE. And it's just really, really neat. And it has all kinds of stuff in it. And like I say, you can sign up off the website for any of our techniques. Some of them have free trial periods. And that'll be on the website also. If you have any questions, though, call the office about anything. But those are free. Those cow reports are free. Randy's Tuesday evening seminars, a free seminar, introductory seminar. And again, even if you've been doing this, you can still ask him a question. He's going to answer it. And it helps everybody on there. So, okay. Well, we'll call it quits for today, and we'll see everybody next Thursday. If you want to send us an email, hey, well, we don't have. I don't have the ability to check the emails here, and Dirk normally does that. So if anybody has any emails, we'll pick them up. We will address them off of the podcast today, and then we will cover them the next podcast next Thursday. Okay, guys, we'll see y'all later.
Okay.
All right, bye, everybody.
All right. Have a good week, everybody.
Bye.